Hi, welcome to my office. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
My name's Mila.
Mila. I'm Leah.
Nice to meet you.
To meet you. How was your morning so far?
It's okay. I was not looking forward to coming here, but I'm here now, so.
Well, good. I'm happy to have you. Always love to have new patients. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm 45. I'm married. I have 2 kids. One's 14 and the other is 9. I'm actually in remission from breast cancer, and I lost a lot of weight, which sounds like a good thing, but it's been a bit extreme, and I'm actually here today because I'm having a hard time gaining weight and have no energy at this low weight, and nothing I'm doing is working, so I'm really trying to look for some help.
I see. Well, congratulations first off on
Thank you.
winning the fight. I know that's a really hard battle to win.
Mm-hmm.
So happy to see that you are healthy and that you want to gain some more weight to start to feel like yourself again. And we can definitely help you do that, and also help you be there for your family as well. So you said that you wanted to try to gain more weight. Do you have like any other ideas regarding like gaining weight that you'd like to focus on?
Well, I don't want to gain too much weight.
Okay.
I'm about 109 pounds right now, and before all this, I was around 160 pounds. So I was thinking maybe getting to like 130 or 140.
Okay, yeah, that would be a good weight to attain at the height that you're at.
Yeah, I'm around 5'5", so I think that's good.
Yeah, that would be a great weight to try to strive for. Can you tell me a little bit about your weight history? Have you fluctuated a lot or not really?
Not really. I used to snack a lot back before having cancer, but ever since having it and now my appetite is just barely there.
Mm-hmm.
I barely snack now just because I'm so full all the time, so nauseous. I usually have maybe three small meals a day. I don't work out. I never really worked out. I'm too tired to. I'd be open to maybe doing a little bit of exercise, but that's only if my energy increases, because I'm so tired all the time.
So you never really had weight issues before, and you've noticed that since you have lost weight, it's been really hard for you to have enough energy to do anything, and your appetite has gone down as well. But you would be open to maybe exploring some strengthening, some other exercises.
I did want to lose weight, but not like this. I didn't want to be, 109 pounds. Because I feel like a skeleton.
Right, you feel like you've hit the extreme and want to find that happy medium again. I totally understand that, and we can help you set up some goals today to make sure that you do that.
Okay.
So let's start by having you explain to me a little bit more about your nutrition and the things that you eat. So you had said that you eat 3 small meals a day. So if you could just kind of walk me through your normal day and what you typically eat and when.
My husband works a lot, so I usually have to make my own meals. I wake up around 8. I'll have some coffee and maybe some Cheerios or some cereal and maybe like a banana or a fruit. I actually work at home. I have an interior design business, so I don't go out much. So I usually eat that, and then maybe around 12 or 1, I'll have like a small salad and some soup, and then maybe a couple crackers with some cheese. Again, I don't really snack just because I'm not hungry until say dinner time or so, and we all eat dinner as a family. We usually have like some sort of meat, some potatoes, and then like a vegetable, like a little bit of broccoli or something. So that's pretty much it, No snacks. I don't really drink or anything like that.
Okay, so you have a pretty balanced meals throughout the day. You eat pretty regularly, and you have said that you don't snack, and that you used to before you had lost weight, but because of your loss of appetite, it's just really hard for you to even eat. Period. So snacking can kind of seems like out of sight, out of mind. When you used to snack, what were some things that you would eat?
I really like chips and like nuts. You know, nothing crazy healthy or anything. But you know, I'd eat like a bag of trail mix, or you know, like a small bag of chips, or maybe I'd have like one of those sugary lattes or something.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be open maybe to eating a couple small snacks, but just for my normal meals, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm really full after them, so I don't know if I could eat like a bigger meal. Like I'd be open to trying to eat more snacks, maybe.
Okay. So you'd be open to trying more
snacks,
snacks, some small ones throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
I also have some other ideas that some of my clients have found to be helpful when they're trying to gain back weight. Would you be interested in seeing what they are? Sure. Okay. So some of them are really along the lines of things that you've already said about the snacks, especially these last two. But if you just want to look over that, and if any ideas come to mind, feel free to share. Sure.
So I think I could add more calories, maybe if I like ate something that was just higher in calories but wasn't like more food, but like that would totally be possible. Or like it says putting butter or something on meals that doesn't really like add anything to your hunger or to your fullness, but I could do that. As far as eating more often, you know, maybe, you know, it really depends. Like I'm open to trying, but you know, I'm just so nauseous and full all the time.
Right.
High calorie beverages could work too. I've had Ensure's kind of gross, but I'm sure there's better tasting ones. So I could do some of these for sure. I'm open to trying some of these.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're open to trying some of these on the list.
I think that adding more calories to meals would probably be the best, just because it's kind of an easy fix without really making me really full.
Right. Okay. So this is the one you'd like to focus on, adding more calories to your meals? Okay. So that'll be the goal that we focus on for the rest of our 30 minutes with each other. It's just trying to find some ways for you to add those calories to your meals in a way that doesn't make you nauseous and can help you start to gain some more weight so you feel like yourself again.
So how much weight should I be gaining like a week? Because I don't want to go too fast or anything like that.
So it can depend per person, especially stress can affect how you gain weight too. But it sounds like you're managing your stress pretty well. And that you're still working, and so it sounds like you're in a good place to try this new change. But typically, like if you were to consider it week-wise, like a pound or so every week is fine. You probably, especially because you're struggling with nausea, you probably won't have to worry about adding too many pounds too quickly.
That's good.
So now that we have your goal chosen, I'd like to further explore what this looks like, and I'd also like to go back to what you had said that after you got once you began remission for breast cancer, you had lost a lot of weight, and so what did that feel like, noticing that you had lost a lot of weight?
I mean, to be honest, at first, cancer of course was awful, but it was nice to lose weight without trying, but it got to the point where, I just had like no muscle on me. I had a hard time just doing daily tasks. It was just a struggle to even, go pick up my kids from school. So when I got to that point, it was just not, not very fun, and I didn't really care about how much I weighed. I just wanted to feel better and be be more there for my kids and family. You know, be able to play games with my 9-year-old and go to the park and all that kind of stuff. So it's been hard, but I'm happy that I am okay and I'm in remission, and I think I've been given a second chance. So I want to try and treat my body well and do the best that I can.
Well, you sound like a really positive person, like you have a
Thank you.
really optimistic outlook on life, and you while you are frustrated with the fact that you lost so much weight, you also see the bright side, and that you were given a second chance, and that there's an opportunity to, in a healthy way, add some more weight and be able to be there with your family. So what about adding weight or gaining more weight? What about that is, in addition to just feeling more healthy, are there any other benefits that are important to you?
I guess I don't want to get cancer again, and I just feel, my doctor says I'm not really the weight for my height, and I just don't feel like myself. I don't like how I look. I just feel like I have no curves anymore. I feel kind of like a zombie, even though I from remission, I still just don't feel like a human, kind of. If that makes sense, I just feel like I'm pale all the time. I always have to run to the bathroom, and I always, can't really eat dessert or, eat any huge meals for my family. Thanksgiving's coming up, so I'm worried about that because, just the thought of Thanksgiving makes me nauseous. So I guess it's just that, mostly. It'd be great if my husband started to help me cook and plan meals, but he does not know how to cook at all, and he's pretty busy, so I feel like I'm kind of on my own with the whole meal thing, since my kids are so young also.
So you have other people living with you in the house, but because they're either kids or they just don't know how to cook, you feel like you're kind of doing this alone nutritionally, and you just want to feel like yourself, and you want to be happy and be able to live your life, but you're frustrated with the health condition that you're facing right now. So what? How when you picture yourself down the road a year from now, after you've started to make this change and you've been able to gain weight, what do you think your life will be like?
I just think I'll be a lot happier. It'd be great not to be worried about food all the time, or worried if I'm gonna be throwing up later or having to run to the bathroom. It'd be nice to have more energy, even though I didn't really exercise much before. It would just be nice to be able to go on walks and maybe start exercising and not feel so tired all the time. I could just see myself just being happy and showing my kids that even if bad stuff happens to you, like cancer, you can be yourself again. So I just really want to be an inspiration to my kids and take my second chance and really make my life a more positive, beautiful thing.
So you really see this as a chance to be a role model for your kids and for your husband even, and you really think that your energy levels would be much higher, and so you'd be able to be a better mom, a better spouse, better at work. Just overall, your life would be better and back to the way it used to be before breast cancer, but then at a healthy weight that you were intentionally achieving. Do you have any concerns about trying to achieve this goal?
The only thing is I really don't want to be throwing up or being nauseous all the time. I'm sure maybe at first it might happen, but I'd love for that to just not get any worse. And again, I don't want to gain too much weight back, just because, I don't know, I just don't want to be back to 160. I was a little bit overweight, so those are my two concerns.
Right, so you're concerned about the nausea with hard. It's already hard to keep things down, and then just making sure that you obtain around the 135 mark that you had mentioned instead of the 160 because you just want to feel healthy and look at yourself in the mirror and feel good about your body.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there anyone who would be able to support you with making this change?
Again, my husband is very supportive. It's just he's not around much. That's the only issue. I'm a part of like a cancer survivor group, so maybe I can ask someone there if they can help me. Because I'm sure they know what I'm going through just because they've gone through it themselves. So maybe I can ask one of them if we could be partners and go through recovery after recovery together.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know that you have a network of people who can really relate to you on this issue, and that having somebody who can be there and walk through it with you would be really helpful and help you have some confidence.
Exactly, that'd be great. I'll call them tomorrow.
Have you talked with your kids at all about this?
Not really. The 14-year-old, he's not oblivious, so he knows what's going on, but he's a teenager and he doesn't really talk to me about that kind of stuff much. So, he's supportive, but he doesn't like talking about that kind of stuff. So I don't want to worry him more than he's already worried with normal teenage stuff. The 9-year-old was really upset, but now he's always asking if I'm okay, if I need anything. So it's really sweet, but I think he's still a little too young to kind of really understand. So, and I really don't want to bother my kids more with my problems.
So your kids are supportive, but you feel like this or involving them too much might be like too much of a burden or too stressful.
Yeah.
So is there anything about your current lifestyle or routine right now that you think can help you make this change? Anything that you'd like to keep doing?
I like working from home, but it'd be kind of nice to get out of the house and maybe expand my business outside. Maybe doing interior design. Maybe, I don't know, it'd be nice to maybe have an office or something someday, but, right now I just don't feel that good enough to really be on my feet all the time. But that would be a goal. And just in general, I get bored kind of being home all day. My husband works and my kids go to school, so I feel like I'm just kind of sitting around, not really doing much. So it'd be nice to maybe have a outside activity that isn't too strenuous or something.
So you see yourself maybe, like we had discussed earlier, like a year from now, when you're feeling better, being able to make it more of a priority to expand your business and kind of have some more responsibility because you've maintained your health and you can start focusing on other things.
Yeah.
Great. That can be a great benefit from making this change. So if you think about adding more calories and adding weight to your diet, or adding weight to your body, on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being I am not at all ready to make this change, and 10 being I'm totally ready to make this change right now, where do you think you lie?
I think like an 8.5. Like I'm really sick of just feeling so crappy all the time, and I just I want to feel better. I want to be there for my kids, and I just want to feel better. So I'm determined to try and make this change.
Great. I love your enthusiasm for an 8.5. But why not something lower, like a 5 or 6?
Maybe at first I was, just because, I don't know, I just felt so bad all the time, and, why bother? Like, I'm skinny, I always wanted to be skinny, but now I'm just kind of over that, I'd rather be a little bigger and feel better than be, skinny and feel like crap all the time. And again, just throwing up all the time just sucks, my teeth are getting ruined, and I just want to feel better.
So at first you noticed that you you like that you lost weight, but then you started seeing all the other negative repercussions from losing too much weight. So you really just want to commit to finding that healthy weight and maintaining it.
Yes. Great.
So we can start moving forward and thinking about how you'll make that change. So and when we think about adding more calories to your meals, what do you think that looks like?
But like I said, I usually have soup for lunch, but it's usually kind of like a lower calorie soup, like a vegetable soup or something. So maybe I can like have like a cheesy soup or something, or like soup in a bread bowl. I think it would be an easier way to maybe get more calories. I have coffee every morning. Maybe I usually have it black, just because we don't buy creamer, but maybe I can start using creamer or something like that. I might be open to a snack, but it really, it really depends on the day. I guess maybe for breakfast too, I could add some whole milk to my cereal and maybe like add some peanut butter to my fruit or something like that.
Okay, so you're starting to see some little changes that you can make in your diet to add your calories in a way that won't make you feel too full.
Yeah,
so
not really changing too much either, just because like I feel like those foods are just easier to digest when I'm feeling so sick all the time.
Right.
Stuff.
Right, like you chose those foods for a reason because they're easier for you to eat, and they probably make you feel less nauseous.
Yeah.
Great. So that's a good start to some of the ideas that you have. Can you think of anything else that you had said that snacks might be an option. If you were to choose a snack or have them available, what do you think you would be able to keep down?
Well, just because I see chips all the time, even though they're not the greatest, I just really enjoy them as food. I just love chips, so maybe like eating like a small bag of chips would be, maybe possible, just because I love the taste of them so much. So maybe I feel like I could probably maybe scarf a couple down. Maybe I can add like a dip or something for more calories, but I guess it really depends on the day. But I'm willing to try it.
Yeah, adding chips would be. You think adding chips could be a good way to have a snack available in the home that would also add some calories, and it would reduce your nausea because you love chips. So why don't you?
Yeah.
Great. Do you have any questions for me about what other clients have done, or if are you worried about adding something to your diet?
What if I add all this stuff and I'm like not gaining any weight still? Like what do I do?
Well, what we'll have you do is, if you're okay with it, trying like a little experiment and trying to add calories to your diet, and if it's just not working, then you haven't failed. Just it's still working. You're good. The experiment just didn't work, and we can try something else. And so, if it doesn't work, don't worry about it. We can think about maybe using trying like these liquid snacks, and infusing exercise too into your diet or into your daily regimen, and see if that increases your appetite because you're burning more calories. So there's lots of other options.
Okay, that's good.
And I hope you know that losing weight after having something like cancer is totally normal because your immune system's weakened and you're feeling particularly nauseous, and so it's totally normal what you're experiencing right now. And we have lots of clients that come in and have the same issues. So
that's good.
And we've been able to help them gain weight. So not too worried about helping you achieve that 135.
Okay, great. How long should we like do this experiment, or like should I write like what I'm eating down, or?
Yeah, so I can share with you some things that other clients have done in the past if you'd like that.
Yeah.
Great. So a lot of clients have found that it's really helpful to do a couple things. So some of them will keep almost like a little food journal, and they'll just write down at the end of the day what they had throughout the day, and just guesstimates of about how much, just to record how they've done the experiment. And then some others will just keep like little notes on their fridge to remind them to add things.
Okay.
And so those are just some things that some clients have done. You can also make it more simple and just have, if you have a large calendar, just write, a little check mark if you know that you tried to add something like peanut butter or whole milk to your meal that day.
Okay.
If you don't want to be too particular about it, that's totally fine. And then most of the time, clients take about 2 weeks to try it.
Okay.
It might be a little difficult to see how much, to really see like large weight gain in that time, but we can see how you're feeling and if you've been feeling nauseous. So those are just some things that other clients have done. Is there anything about any of what I just said that appeals to you?
Well, since I'm home a lot and my kids and husband are gone all the time, I think that would be totally doable to make like a food journal, because I'm already bored, so why not, spend more time and try to make myself feel better. I do keep little post-its and stuff on the fridge too, so I think that's a good way to remind me to add more stuff to my food. So I think that's definitely doable.
Okay, so you like the idea of having a food journal, and then maybe even doing the post-its just to encourage you to
so I remember
to eat. Yeah, because if you're not feeling hungry, sometimes it can be hard to remember to put something in your body.
Exactly.
Right. What do you think that? So if you were to leave, once you leave here, what do you think you need to do to make sure that this is a success? Like, what are some things you need to get done?
I think I probably need to go grocery shopping.
Okay.
And buy like some higher calorie foods. Just because my husband's not here all the time, he eats out a lot, so I usually do all the grocery shopping. And what we have back home, I think, is just very scarce and not gonna really help me out. So I think I might go shopping later since I have nothing else to do today.
Okay. Do you feel you notice that you'll need to go grocery shopping in order to make sure that this is a success? Do you feel comfortable with what you would put on that list, or
like the whole milk and the peanut butter thing would be easy, but if you have any other suggestions, that would be helpful.
Yeah, so you can just take this paper with you too.
Great.
So there's some other things on here, like adding butter to things. You could even cook with butter too if you wanted. A lot of people turn to dairy because it tends to be higher calorie, and so as a snack, you could maybe, if you wanted to snack, you could have like full fat yogurt. You had mentioned the milk before, putting cream cheese on toast or something like that. So just those are some other ideas, and nuts and trail mix. You had said earlier that you liked those. You could have a handful of those every now and then.
Okay, sounds good.
Is there anything else that you think you would need to do to start doing this?
I was wondering if I could maybe have a glass of wine or something like with my meals. I've read that I think it's like a drink about a day or something is normal, and I think that'd be kind of an easier way to wind down and get a little more calories too. Would you suggest that, or would you be opposed to that, or?
So a lot of some people do like to have a glass of wine at night. It's probably safe to have it a few times a week. Yeah, and just try it out and see how you like it. Just make sure you don't overdo it. But yeah, definitely that's a way if you like wine to drink some calories and to relax at the same time.
Yeah, I've been kind of just scared to drink. I never really drank that much before, but I did just having a glass of wine at night. I've just been scared since I've been recovering. I'd be scared it might do something to me, but since I'm recovered, I'm sure it'll be okay.
Yeah, no. Since you're in remission and you're ready to start getting back into your regular lifestyle, drinking a glass of wine is a great way to add some calories. Great. And so that you have your shopping. You'll make a shopping list when you go home. You'll go shopping. Is there anything else that you see yourself doing to make sure that this is a success?
Again, like we're talking about activity, since I'm so kind of tired, but if this does give me more energy, what would you suggest doing that isn't too strenuous? Like maybe a walk or?
Yeah, so going on a walk would be a great way to get outside, because you had said that you spend a lot of time inside. You could also try to collaborate with your friend who you're going to contact in your cancer group, and see if there's some type of low activity class that both of you could sign up for, like fun. If there's yoga or tai chi or something like that.
Sounds fun. Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Yeah, and if you start working out more too, you'll start to burn some more calories, and that could increase your appetite.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'll definitely try it out.
Okay, great. So, can you think of anything else that you'd like to address in terms of making this change? Any other questions?
Not really. You've been very helpful. I think that's it for now. I'll do what you said. I'll keep the food journal, and I'll come back. And you said 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
So just to make sure we're on the same page, let's just, if you could just recite back to me what you'll do once you leave. So you had said the food journal, and then
grocery shopping, adding more stuff to my meals,
right?
Contacting my cancer group, maybe trying out an activity, and maybe trying to fit in a snack or 2.
Yeah, great. That sounds like a plan. And then as far as our next visit, it's up to you. So we can do whenever you want. We could do next week, 2 weeks, a month from now. What do you feel comfortable with?
Maybe like a week after the experiment. And then I'll weigh myself and see if anything's changed. And if it did or did not, we can talk about that and see if there's anything else we can do, or just talk about how I'm doing.
Right. Okay, so we'll assess how the experiment's going or went so far, and then we can see if there's anything we'd like to change, or if you just want to keep adding calories to your diet.
Sounds good.
Okay, so if before we leave, just want to make sure that you feel good about this. So, yes. Are there any other barriers that you can think of that might get in the way?
I don't think so. I think we addressed everything. So I'm feeling pretty confident.
So on that same scale from 0 to 10, 0 being I'm not ready and 10 being I'm ready, where do you think you lie?
I think I'm at like a 9 now.
Okay.
You gave a lot of good ideas, and they don't seem too difficult or anything like that. And I do have the extra time, like I told you about. So I think feeling pretty confident. The only reason why it's not a 10, I would say, just because of the nausea thing. But we won't really know until I try it. So
right. So you're feeling more confident. You're at a 9, and you're ready to take on this new step in maintaining your health and getting back to living the life that you want to.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, I will see you at our next visit in about 3 weeks or so.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yep.